Looking at the Markets with David Modell.
Inflation is devastating and it's only going to get worse. Hi, this is David Modell looking at the markets. Look at what inflation is doing to the American consumer. It's really terrible. Gasoline prices, wheat prices, nickel prices, they are skyrocketing. Natural gas, it's terrible and it's affecting everybody at different levels and in different ways. You've surely felt the pain at the pump when you tried to fill up on gas recently. So what can we do about it? Well, cash is still trash, and gold is still the gold standard. There's nothing like having bullion in your portfolio to hedge against this crisis-level inflation and potentially to grow your account. You can have the bullion and you can have shares of really great mining stocks, or better yet, royalty and streaming stocks. A lot of people ask me about what is going to happen to gold and to miners in an environment in which the Federal Reserve is probably going to raise interest rates this year. Some people are concerned that gold is going to go down. It's going to struggle during a hawkish Fed cycle. Well, that's actually not true. Historically, as you can see in this chart, gold has typically outperformed following first rate hikes of Fed tightening cycles like we're about to have in the US right now. The first Fed rate hike since 2018 is about to happen, and that's good for gold. A lot of people don't know that. This is not the time to get out of gold. This is a time to get in different ways. Here's another chart. How does gold perform during rate hike cycles? Most of the time during rising interest rates, it does really well. Sometimes in triple-digit percentage gains, other times in double percentage gains. It's really amazing when you look at history what can happen potentially to gold in environments like this. And so what can you do about it? I recommend, again, you can have your bullion, you can have your physical gold. That's great. What if you want bigger gains? What if you want to do better than just going from $1,800 per ounce to $2,000 per ounce? I mean, that's pretty good. It could go to $2,500, $3,000 per ounce. What if you want to leverage or magnify potentially those gains? It can be done through mining companies, yes. I've recommended those before and will continue to do so. But you can also consider top-tier royalty and streaming companies for huge potential profits. And this is what it means. Metal, royalty, and streaming companies provide funds for mines in exchange for future payoffs. So this is a de-risked or less risky business model. So royalty companies receive a fixed percentage of the revenues generated by a mine, while streaming companies receive physical metals. That's how it works. The benefit for these companies is larger profit margins, potentially, less exposure to risk, and diversification. We're going to talk about that. And that includes geographic diversification across multiple continents while still being in the mining industry. What a great way to make money. You don't even have to mine the gold yourself if you are a royalty streaming type of business. Such as Vox Royalty. This is one that I'm recommending. I'm pounding the table for Vox Royalty right now. You can go to voxroyalty.com. I encourage you to click on the link in the description below this video to check it out. And this company is tradable. VOX on the TSXV exchange, VOXCF in the US. Check with your broker to see if they have it. They probably do. There's a really good chance of that. And then you can easily buy the shares if it's available on your broker. Look at how many royalties Vox has. Going into the fourth quarter of 2021, 55 of them. That's huge. That is, as far as royalty and streaming companies go, that is massive. And this is precious metals weighted. 20% non-precious metals in their royalty asset holdings, sure, but 80% precious metals. That's what I'm looking for in an environment when gold is very likely to rise or to continue rising, because gold has gone up recently. And low geopolitical risk. That's what you get from a diversified portfolio of royalty streaming assets. 62% in Australia, 15% Canada and USA, 9% Peru, 15% others. And so this is global diversification at its best. Let's see where that would be. Australia, Africa, South America, North America, Canada, we see it there. The assets include a lot of gold, potentially, and other minerals as well.
Another important point is that the key advantage of royalty companies is that their interest is in the top-line revenue of a mining asset. So Vox Royalty is not exposed to the inflationary pressures on costs that are afflicting mining companies. Royalty companies tend to be the perfect exposure when an investor wants the leverage to rising commodity prices without the rising costs eating margins. Vox Royalty is also leveraged to rising prices, as the company has approximately 90 million ounces of gold equivalent covered under royalty within the portfolio, including the company's recent acquisition of the Limpopo royalties.
This is a high-growth precious metals royalty and streaming company with a portfolio of, we just saw it, over 50 royalties and streams spanning 8 jurisdictions. The company, it's been around for a long time, since 2014. This is not some startup that just began yesterday, and has since built unique intellectual property, a technically focused transactional team, and global sourcing network, which has allowed Vox to become the fastest growing royalty company in the royalty sector. Since the beginning of 2019, Vox has announced over 20 separate transactions to acquire over 45 royalties. And if you go on the website, you can download their asset handbook for best practice investors. You can learn more about the company. The biggest and best royalty and streaming companies are very transparent about what they own and what their plans are, and this includes Vox Royalty. So I want you to check out the company, voxroyalty.com. I like it a lot. And they just put out an update very recently. Again, TSXV, VOX, and on the OTCQX markets, US markets, VOXCF, if you want to check out the stock. And they just put out an update. It's right there on the website, and I'll put a link in the description below this video to this update. They performed, or they have key development updates, robust feasibility study performed and released for the South Railroad Gold Project in Nevada by Gold Standard Ventures. Exceptional drilling results set to underpin growth at the Puzzle North Gold Project by Genesis. Strong drilling results at the Sulphur Springs Copper Zinc Project. Remember, they own not just gold projects, but also copper, zinc, and other minerals. Project by Develop, likely to result in a significant resource upgrade. This is huge news for these companies that Vox Royalty benefits from as a royalty streaming company. Positive drilling results at the Bulgara Gold Project by Norwest, and significant capital budget planned in 2022 by Alamos for the Lynn Lake McClellan Gold projects. Just one piece of good news, one positive development after another. This isn't just one update, this is a slew, a bunch of updates, all of them with positive data for you to look at. Full transparency, huge potential here, high conviction. Why not get exposure to multiple companies' development and positive updates through one company, Vox Royalty? I encourage you to check it out. So as long as there is inflation, which I believe there will be for quite a while, I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon, unfortunately, and with gold benefiting, not having problems, but actually getting better and doing better in the beginning of a Fed rate hike cycle, which is just starting now, I believe this is just the beginning of where gold can go and where Vox Royalty can go. An amazing company. I recommend you check out voxroyalty.com. Link is in the description below this video. Diversified exposure to some of the world's best mining assets. Gold focused, but other minerals as well. Diversified in multiple continents in the best mineral prospective regions. Check it out. Vox Royalty, I'm going to keep on bringing you these amazing opportunities in the commodities and stock markets. So stick around for more updates. This is David Modell. Thank you so much for watching and listening.